Hi, it's Yvonne from Just Imagine Journals in Australia. I have a new journal to share with you, and it's for my lovely friend Sunny, and it's a bit of a collaborative journal because I started off with a naked journal which was gifted to me by Julie in Western Australia. So she'd done the cover and she'd had a few pages inside with lots of oranges and yellows, but I know that Sunny sort of goes for more the pastel colours, so it was nice to keep some of those, but then I also sort of added some softer colours as well. So it's Edith Holden, a postcard with some vintage invoice paper on the back, and then this little Amity Bloom card with some embroidery on it, some French knots. And then around here we have the stenciling. This was from the original naked journal with the beautiful embossing, and this is my own embossing. So my friend could put a photo or she could write in it. And this is, I love these Amity Bloom sayings. That's how to raise your spirit, lift your body and your mind. This daily dose of happiness is a pleasure you will find. And then some little cards also from Julie. And these beautiful old postcards, which you don't see very often. And my friend was pointing out that what's interesting about them is the lovely verses and the lovely detail they have on them. So that was rather special. Then I like to include a pocket with little bits and pieces so she can add some photos or journal. That was a beautiful page from the original, and I've added some Art Deco style paper on the back. Cindy helped me a lot with the ephemera for this journal, so you'll see a lot of her ephemera through here. Little scrappy notebook, little tuck there. And of course embossing, I love embossing. And this is like a faux tape, but it's actually ready-made, and I bought that off Amazon. And this one here opens up with something inside, another old postcard from Fred to Dorothy. And then a little paper clip from Cindy, some cigarette card, an old vintage one. And these are fun, from some of you may remember these from probably, this says 78, but I think they were from the 60s as well, 60s and 70s. Amity Bloom again. And this is a bit of a flip out with another of Cindy's flowers. And this is a impresslet from Tim Holtz and an authentic Auld Lang Syne vintage card. Some stenciling here. This is a very old engraving from the 1900s. With some writing pages. This is a very old card as well, again with the beautiful text and beautiful words. And this flips out. So I like those little surprise pages where there's something hidden. That for the Aussies amongst us, it's actually Dorothea McKellar who wrote My Country, I Love a Sunburnt Country. And then some envelopes, little bits and pieces. I'll just go through it quickly. Edith Holden and stenciling. I love this stencil. So you'll see it again. There it is again. And I added something to this page from Chapter 1 Digitals that comes. And this is a little something I made just for fun. It's a pocket. And this, I call these fairies with attitude. So once upon a time. And that's an envelope, so that's the back flip of the envelope or back flap, and then you open the envelope up. And I've used a Tim Holtz photo strip for a pocket here. Another Tim Holtz photo strip. I like these with the tinting. They used to do that when they first coloured photos. And it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. Embossing. And a little fabric ruffle. So I've gone with a bit of a vintage nature sort of a theme. There's all sorts of spots to write. And this was an envelope Sue made for me, and I thought I would use that as a flap there as well, so it has something inside. This is a slide with a from Printables by TLC. I like this idea. This is a letter to my future self. Sort of I made it a bit aged, and just if my friend wanted to write something there, I think that's fun to read in years to come. More tucks and Art Deco again, and a huge journal card here with space for whatever. Stenciling, and there's the reverse of that beautiful embossing. Another vintage postcard with beautiful German handwriting on the back, and again from Cindy, and the front of an old card that I've used, and again another Amity Bloom saying, "Flowers sing lullabies in the soft tones, only the earth knows." And this is another lovely embossing piece made into a pocket. And then here we have this that can come out of the envelope. Well, maybe it's a little bit stuck now, but it comes out. And then this was from Julie, and this came with the original Naked Journal, which I think is a fabulous idea as a writing backboard, so you can write somewhere and then not have all the other bumps and lumps in the following pages interfering with the writing. So I think that'll be really handy. Great idea, and of course beautifully vintage as well, from the old pianola rolls. So that's my journal for Sunny, and I hope you enjoyed looking at it. And Sunny, I hope you and all your lovely grandchildren and family enjoy it as well.